Average processing times. So this is something that most of us have gone to the CRA January seminar and looked at the processing times. Not much notable other than that they seem to be quite a bit, average 68 days for refundable claims versus the 120. I think that's kind of realistic. The one thing I would say is that, all numbers can hide the tail here. And often the reality, and I saw this more on the Ontario OITC than I do on the federal credits, but what would happen is Ontario in particular would make favorable statistics by any refund under $10,000 was instantly assessed, long before we got any federal assessment. So heaven forbid there was any adjustments on the federal side, Ontario would come and ask your client for money back. And you can't give a little client $10,000 and then say we want $5 back, because they don't have it. They're always going to spend it. It always creates huge problems. So what Ontario would do is they'd say our average refund time's only 80 days, which was probably the truth. What they don't tell you is anyone under 10 grand gets it in 5 days, and anyone over 100, like $200,000, is usually waiting 6 months. So the average processing time sounds pretty reasonable, but on a dollar basis, they really skewed it. I haven't seen the same thing with the CRA, but I'm saying the average turnaround time is really that. It's a generalization. You'd assume from that everyone gets a very quick turnaround time, but I would propose that smaller claims skew this average as well. They're assessed very quickly. If I do small claims for farms or whatever, they're all part of these numbers. They're assessed as filed. Boom. The guy's got his money within a week. If I got a claim for $1 million that gets held up, that may go 6, 8, 10 months, and that's all being balanced out by all these little guys that come in. So I'm not sure if general numbers tell the whole story. I would be interested to find out some of the more details. What's the quickest turnaround time? How does it relate to the size of the claimant? Is there any correlation on that avenue? And that would tell us a little bit of a bigger story there. Anything else on turnaround times?